Hello members, Primary 5 class, welcome back. It's been some time since we last learned. I'm again here for Primary 5 English. My name is Arnitwe Deborah, and we are still talking about verbs. I hope you have kept safe, you have not moved around, you're social distancing, you're keeping far away from people, and whenever you're going to buy something, whenever you're going out of your homes, I hope you're putting on the masks. So today, we are going to talk about verbs, and we are still continuing on formation of the past form and the past participle form. But before that, I left you with an exercise, and I want us to review. I want us to check those answers which you wrote. Let us check and see if the answers we wrote were correct. I told you to use these words to construct meaningful sentences after I had taught you these verbs and their meanings. I said that when you're using these verbs in sentences, you are supposed to use the base form, you're supposed to use the past form and the past participle form of these verbs. Our first word was spy. Spy. And we said spy changes to spied in present, in past form, and spied in past participle form. Then we said if you are to use spy, you drop y, you add ed. Drop y, add ed to make it spied in past tense. In past participle, you were supposed to use a helping verb like has or have. For example, you say, I spy on my brother every day. Or you can say, I spied on my sister and her friend yesterday. I spied on my sister and her friend yesterday. And in participle, you can say, I have spied. I have spied on my friends when they were behind the class. I have spied on my friends when they were hiding behind the class. Then we have the word fried. We said we fry food. We fry food. For example, you can say, I like eating fried chicken. I like eating fried chicken. Mommy fried ground nuts yesterday. Mommy fried ground nuts yesterday. Mommy fried ground nuts yesterday. Multiply. Our teachers of mathematics always tell us to multiply numbers. I multiplied the calculation yesterday. I multiplied the calculation yesterday. 3 multiplied by 4, we get 12. 3 multiplied by 4 equals 12. Then glorify. Glorify. We glorify God by praying. We glorify God by praying. Worry. Worry, we said we also drop y, it becomes worried. It becomes worried. Then hurry, also drop y, becomes hurried. And study, also drop y for I-E-D. For example, the teacher was worried about my absence. The teacher was worried about my absence. Tom hurried to cross the road. Tom hurried to cross the road. We studied mathematics yesterday. We studied mathematics yesterday. I hope you have very many sentences. I can't think of all the sentences you have, but make sure you have changed the verb in the correct way. Now let's go for today's lesson. We are still talking about irregular verbs. We are again forming the past form and the past participle form of the regular verbs like we continued last time. We had been talking about regular verbs which add ed. But this time we are going to look at irregular verbs. We said they are called irregular verbs because they do not add ed from the past form and the past participle form. Irregular verbs are those verbs which change in different ways. Some add t, some change the vowels, Some drop the vowels, as we are going to see. So during this lesson, I want you to pay attention. You are supposed to get a book for writing. You're supposed to get a pen which you're going to use to write. You are supposed to sit in a place which is free from noise. You are supposed to switch off all the gadgets. Make sure there's nothing to distract you during the lesson. I want active participation. If I give an activity, I want you to write that activity. Please be honest as we do this work. So by the end of the lesson, I want to find you when you have written the past forms of the given irregular verbs. After writing the past forms, I will expect you to write the past participle forms of those verbs which you're going to write. Afterwards, you are supposed to use the words in the sentences. You are supposed to use the verbs to construct meaningful sentences. Whichever verb we form, we are supposed to use it to make sentences. That's how you will know that you know the meaning of the verb. So we are going to look at these verbs. You're going to write for me. Get your book. Write for me 4 verbs which add letter T to form the past form and the past participle forms. Only 4 verbs. Only 4 verbs. And remember how we do it. We draw a table with 3 columns. The first column is the base form. The second column is past form. The third column is for past participle form. You have only 1 minute to write those verbs. Okay, now let's continue. Let's look at this. What can you see in the picture? Yes? Someone said, I can see fire, and I can also see a paper. What is happening to this piece of paper? The piece of paper is burning. So the base verb is burn. The base verb is burn. Now when you have the word burn, not the burn, burn. When you have the word burn, and in past tense, we are simply adding T. In the past form, we are simply adding T. It becomes burnt. It becomes burnt. You can say, the boy burnt the paper yesterday. The boy burnt the paper yesterday. Or we can say, he has burnt a piece of paper. He has burnt a piece of paper. Now let's look at our picture too. What is the girl doing? Can you all do what she is doing? All of you? 1, 2, 3, we go. And the girl is one place, is doing the in the next part. The activity, what is that? Someone said jumping. It is not jumping. There is another word to mean jump. The word is leap. Leap. A leap is a jump. From one place you jump to another place. Leap. Okay? So leap, the word leap has 2 forms of past tense. Has 2 forms. We can either add ed or we add t. Even burn has 2 forms. You can either add ed to make it burned or t to make it burnt. Even leap, you can add ed to make it leaped. Or you add t to make it leapt. When you add ed, the word is leaped. When you add t, the word is leapt. Tom leapt over a snake. Let's continue. We are looking at that action. The girl is picking some sweets from the container and is just throwing them everywhere, eating. The girl is destroying everything. So which verb can we use? The verb is spoil. The verb is spoil. The girl is spoiling the sweets. But now the past tense also spoil has 2 ways. We can add ed to make it spoiled, or we add t to make it spoiled. The girl spoiled the sweets by throwing them down. The girl spoiled the sweets by throwing them down. The girl has spoiled the sweets. Then these people here, they are doing what we are doing now. As you're seated there, you're watching me. I am teaching. As I'm teaching, what are you doing? You are learning. Even here, this is the teacher. The children are seated in class. You can see they are raising up their arms. What are they doing? The verb is learn. Now, when we have learn, it also has two ways. You can add ed or you add t. But this time you're looking at adding t, learnt. To make it, learnt. We learnt English yesterday. We learnt English yesterday. We have learnt mathematics in the morning. We have learnt mathematics in the morning. We can continue and look at other verbs. I hope the verbs you had written, I had asked you to write 4. You can. Now for me here, I left dashes for you. And as you write this, you fill in these dashes, remember on the base form, we are adding letter T. For example, the word mean, we add T to make it meant in past form and meant in past participle. We have the word learn. We add T. What does it become? Learnt. Even here, learnt. I've said I have burn. We have already talked about burn. To add T, what does it become? Burnt. When we add T, it becomes burnt even in past participle. Then we have the word dream. Dream also adds T to make it dreamt. To make it dreamt. I dreamt about spiders yesterday. I dreamt about spiders yesterday. I dreamt about you. Then deal. Dream also has two ways. You can add ed to make it dreamed or t to make it dreamed. Then deal, add is t to become dealt. And even in participle to become dealt. Spoil, we also said spoil has two ways, adding ed and adding t. But this time you're looking at adding t to make it spoiled, spoiled. Leap, two ways, adding ed and adding t, but our focus is on adding t. Leap, leapt, just add t, but the pronunciation is leapt, even participle, leapt. I expect you to use these verbs and the past form and the past participle to form meaningful sentences. We can continue. We look at another group. Let's look at another group of verbs which are irregular and they don't follow the same rules. Now the verbs we are looking at, they drop y for id. They drop y for id. They end with a y following a vowel. And we are dropping the y for id. Can you write for me 3 verbs that drop y for id from the past tense? You have 30 seconds. Okay. You can see here, these people are rich. For them, they did in dollars. So, someone is giving money, another one is taking. Someone said, they are fighting for the money. No, they were not fighting. So, this man is receiving the money while this one is paying the money. So, the verb is pay. The verb is pay. In the past form, we drop y for I, it becomes paid. Even in participle, it becomes paid. So we say, I paid school fees in the holidays. I paid school fees in the holidays. I pay my workers in time. I pay my workers in time. Mary has paid. Mary has paid for her treatment. Mary has paid for her treatment. Then we have a hen. What is the hen doing? Someone saying, the hen is sitting on the eggs. Why do you think it is sitting there? It is not sitting there to hatch them. It is adding there another egg. It is sitting there to add another egg. So what shall we say? We are going to say the hen laid an egg. Drop Y for ID. Lay becomes laid. The hen laid an egg. The hen has laid an egg. We continue. We look at another one. These people are conversing. They are talking over a cup of tea. One said, he said that spring will come early this year. My mother said it will come early too. They are sharing. So the verb is say. The verb is say. He said, she said. We are looking at the word say changing to said. Mama said that she will pick me up late. We continue. So those three verbs, I put them here in the table. Say, said, said. Lay, laid, laid. Pay, paid, paid. Now I expect you to use these verbs to construct meaningful sentences. Let's continue and look at another group of verbs. The verbs here end with E-A-R, sound ear. They end with E-A-R, sound ear or ear. And we, in past tense, we are dropping E-A-R for R-E, and in past tense, we are dropping E-A-R for O-R-N. Write for me those verbs that add those verbs. Can you write them for me? You have 20 seconds. Now, let's look at them. Let's look at them. Let's compare the verbs you have written with mine. You can see him. He's holding a piece of paper. I'll also hold mine. My pointer, I am removing this. I also remove this, just like he's doing. Which verb is that? The verb is tear. The verb is tear. And past tense, we drop E-A-R for O-R. The word will become tore. Tore. He tore a piece of paper. He tore a piece of paper. T-O-R-E. In past tense, it becomes torn. In past tense, it becomes torn. He has torn a piece of paper. During the COVID-19, to keep safe, whenever you're going out of the house, you should put on a mask. We have masks of different types, but please be safe. Always wear a mask whenever you're going out. The verb is wear. The verb is wear. In past tense, the verb is wore. Wore. By dropping E-A-R for O-R-E. In past participle, it becomes worn. They have worn masks. They have worn masks. They wore masks. They wore masks yesterday. They have worn masks. We drop E-A-R for O-R-E in past form and O-R-N in past participle form. So, the verbs are here. Tear, tore, torn. Tear, tore, torn. Then swear, swore, sworn. I swear that I will punish you if you don't come early. Past form. The teacher swore to punish me if I come late. Bear, bow, bone. Bear, bow, bone. Mommy, if mommy gave birth to 3 children, we say mommy bore 3 children. To bear, to give birth. Wear, wore, worn, like we saw in the picture, they wore masks. We should wear masks to keep safe. We should wear masks to keep safe. Let's continue. But please don't forget that you have to wear masks to keep safe. Whenever you're going out of the house, please don't forget to wear the masks to keep safe. I have this activity for you. You're going to write these sentences. You're using the words in the brackets to answer. Remember, the answer card, you can use the base form, you can use the past form, you can use the past participle form. Please, as I sign out, don't forget to keep safe. Don't forget to keep safe. After you reach number 7, you're supposed to add on the activity continues on the next page, 8 up to 15. When I come next time, I want to find when you have already finished these answers, and we shall cross-check. Keep safe. Don't move around in the community. Keep in your houses. Don't forget to sanitize. Wash your hands. Stay safe, please. We want you alive. By the time schools open, you should still be alive. Corona is there. Corona is killing people, my friends. Primary 5, once again, I welcome you to our classes, and I look forward to meeting you next time. Have a great day. Thank you.